Hello, everybody. This is Boxing Bros UK, and our topic for today is Derek Chisora. Yes, they still
Oh
got it.
wow!
They're still laughing the old dog yet. Fuck it out.
Rolling back the years, rolling back the years.
Well, I
Well,
don't think you
we
need to
got it
roll
wrong.
back the years. We got it wrong.
We
Yeah,
got it.
everyone got it
Well, yeah.
wrong.
I mean, we
Everyone
got
got it
it
wrong.
wrong. But I mean, again, heavyweight boxing. You just never know. You just never know. And
Yeah.
well, I don't think we realised just how much Joe Joyce has fallen. But alas, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
Um, Where do we start? Where do we start with this fight? I'm not even sure. Do we start with Joyce's frailties or
Yeah.
Chisora's just unbelievable heart? The crowd were massively pro Chisora, which must have given him an extra 5-10%.
Yeah, of
Like,
course. That's
like
why,
his
like, at the end
survival.
of the fight, it was like, what we got to say to the fans? He says, "Come on, guys, sing it one more time for me, please, sing it." And they
Yeah,
all started singing,
yeah.
"Oh, there it is, oh,
Because
oh
that was
man,
interesting, wasn't it? He came out second. I thought he was going to be the B side and Joyce would be the A side, but he ended up coming out.
no."
They obviously knew that the crowd were going to be massively behind him, and
The thing is with Derek Chisora, like I've said, like people just love him. They just people just
yeah,
because he's just like a no nonsense geezer, and like he says it how it is. Like he says it how
controversial,
it is. Yeah, he's like
controversial. You never know. Comes in wearing mega hats, Trump, headbutting
yeah.
Deliveroo, like just don't give a fuck. Just does what he
Like,
wants.
see that Deliveroo driver? Like I just want to clarify this as well. So Derek Chisora was with his kids when he had put his delivery driver, which makes things even
Wow.
worse. But you know what he did? Yeah, he goes up to the delivery driver and he goes, because someone asked him about it. He said, "Do you know what it is, bro?" He goes, "I hate it when cyclists cycle on the pavement, especially in London. It pisses me off. They need to cycle on the road. There's kids, there's old people, little babies walking on pavements. Why are they cycling on the pavements?" So he said, "I went up to the
Yeah,
delivery driver. I politely said, 'Look, can you cycle on the pavement, please? I'm here with my kids. There's other little babies walking around. There's elderly people with walking sticks. You could knock someone over and hurt someone. Cycle on the..." And he started getting rude to me. So, so I gripped him up and dragged him off his bike. And then he
yeah,
started getting more rude. So I stuck the nut on him. So obviously, yeah, maybe
yeah.
you ask someone politely to do something and they tell you to fuck off. Maybe you should leave it. He decided, no, I'm asking you. And then if you don't do what I say, I'm fucking making you do it.
Yeah, yeah. But
But it was
yeah. I
the
mean,
right thing.
he's got
It was the right thing to do, like morally. Like his heart was in the right place, but maybe he didn't need to headbutt the geezer or drag him off his
yeah,
bike.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's part of what I guess the fans love about him. You know, is he is just himself. What you see is what you get. He's a very stubborn
yeah,
guy. He does his own thing. But yeah, going back to the fight, the first thing I want to say is a couple of things on Joe Joyce. I'm sorry, Big Joe. I do like him. He's a lovely guy, but my God, this guy, he throws his punches with installments, doesn't he? Like it's like monthly installments. Like it's it's, it's but the fight in general as well. Like this morning, I was watching it. I was thinking, have I still got my YouTube in like normal? Have I got it in like slow speed? And then I put it. You know, you can put it up to 1.25 and up. And I noticed when I
yeah.
put it up to 1.25, it seemed like a normal fight. Then it was not
So fast.
the speed you would like. Honestly, like it was. A bit like our preview video, you know, couple of old drunks staggering around, you know, in a barbecue. But you know, I'm kind of I'm jesting a little bit. I'm jesting a little bit. But they are a couple of very very slow heavyweights, aren't they now? Like,
Yeah,
but Chisora's heart and his
yeah,
his like ability to survive and then keep finding overhand rights and left hooks and load it up on shots, and Joe Joyce is there to be hit. We know that. You know, he just leaves his chin there and just eats off of his chin, as you've said multiple times, which is true. But his ability, when he looks completely gone, staggering around like a drunkard on a Friday night, and then he keeps finding shots from nowhere to equalise the fight, and I just don't quite know how he does it.
It's like a wounded animal, you know, like a wounded animal caught in like a bear trap, and they're coming to get it, and it's just like go near it and it'll swipe your fucking head off. that's what he was like. He was like a wounded, and his balance was all off, and sometimes he was actually literally sitting on the ropes. Like he was sitting back like he was in a hammock, mate, on the ropes sometimes.
Yeah.
it was.
But this is what he does. He did this against Takam like 6 years ago, like when he was a bit of a fresher fight. It's just what he does. He just sort of like looks. You just think his legs are gone. In that round 8 or 9, I can't remember which it was. I mean, I was listening to the commentary and they were saying, "Oh, we got to take him out of here now. We got to take him out of here. His legs are gone. We got to protect him," which could have happened. And then he just finds that kind of sort of that kind of looping right hook, flush on Joyce's chin. He sort of, I don't think he was overly hurt, Joyce, but he just sort of caught him.
It was a flash knockdown because Joyce was having a bit of success. Joyce got his jab. He got his jab working, and he was having a bit of success. So he got his jab going. He's having a bit of success. And he was walking through. Derek was still catching him, but he was walking through it, probably thinking, "Yeah, I'm a juggernaut. I can still do this." Boom! Overhand right that you didn't see on your arse. Round 9. Unlucky.
It kept catching him with those overhand rights just all night. And again, like Joyce's tactics. And look, I don't know how much of it is that he just can't adjust his game plan and his style. He is what he is. I mean, we've seen AJ evolve his style. We've seen fighters evolve their style. Maybe you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but absolutely zero lateral movement, like very heavy-footed, no head movement, walking in straight lines, just looked to, try and overpower Chisora and hope for the best. And it almost kind of looked to me like he was like, Joyce was almost kind of thinking, what the fuck has happened to my career? What is happening? Where am I at? What is this? I just can't get my head around the tactics again. It's just odd.
To be fair, he wasn't listening to his corner, Joyce. Ismail Salas was telling him to get on the jab. Yeah? He was telling him to get on the jab. Get the jab going and work off the jab, and he wasn't doing it. Like, I believe that Joe Joyce thought that he could just walk Chisora down and knock him out, and I believe that he thought he was going to knock him out eventually. And the thing is, when he was landing his jab, he wasn't landing it because Chisora was moving his head, lateral movement, bobbing, weaving, blocking, and then. As soon as Joyce stopped throwing, bang! He let loose like 2 or 3 punches, and he'd always catch Joyce because Joyce was like, and Joyce has got the ability. We've seen in a Dubois fight. He can stick and move. He can stick a jab in your face and use his feet to get out of the way. Dubois came on strong, caught him a few times, but he has got that ability because. Yeah, he's not got the best footwork, but he's got quick enough feet that he can take a step back. His feet are quicker than his hands, anyway. Let's just say that.
Which ain't saying much.
He has got that ability. I just think that Joyce thought, Derek's finished, Derek's old. I will knock him out eventually. So I'm just going to keep grinding. And the rounds were slipping away. And then after that knockdown, it was game over. And credit to Derek Chisora. Because he come out, he was even switching. Did you see him switch it a few times, Chisora?
Yeah,
he switched to the southpaw. Like he was doing all over jab. and the thing is, it was the same stupid. It's the same trap. Double jab to the body, overhand
Yeah.
right, then back,
Yeah.
then roll under the shots, come up with the left hook. Like it's just basic boxing traps.
Oldest trick in the book, isn't it? And this is where is and again, it sounds like I'm. Please don't get me wrong. Like I really like Joe Joyce as a person. I think he's an interesting fella. He's done courses. I think he's a bit of an artist. You know, he's a wonderful athlete. He's got a great engine. You know, I'm not, but like. It's a fundamental in boxing, isn't it? You know, jab to the body, get your opponent to drop their hands to try and guard the body, and then throw one over the top to try and catch it. Or if you want to expose the body more, you know, vice versa. And he just kept doing it, just all night, the same thing. And I just, and like he obviously, and you've said this in before we've gone live, is that Joyce has relied a lot on his career, a bit like Wilder's right hand, on his chin, and he was taking good shots, and obviously got exposed against Zhang, who's very heavy-handed. But Salas is a very good trainer, and I can't think that in camps they haven't been working on stuff and more lateral movement and head. I don't know almost whether it's an ego or arrogance, but then he's got in the ring with Chisora and he's gone, no, you know, I'll be able to do it this way, a show-stopping knockout. That's what I want to do, but just completely. Got it wrong. Just got his game plan was all wrong.
He kept trying to walk Chisora down. He just and while he was doing that, because his hands are so slow, Chisora was countering him. So every time Joe was trying to throw a free jab, Chisora was blocking, bobbing, weaving, bang, overhand right, rolling undershots, coming up with a left hook, switching stance, doing the same with coming up with a right. Like he was just smacking him all over that ring. Bad. And he just because all he uses experience, didn't he?
All he had to do, Chris, wasn't it? I know he wanted to obviously make, and it was a very, very exciting fight, and it was exactly what we thought it was going to be. There wasn't much boxing acumen going on. It was a slugfest, but the crowd loved it. And your average punter, that's what they want to see, and I totally get that.
Yeah.
But if Joyce had just kept it long, got behind his jab, like a little bit like he did with Dubois, Chisora's always going to tire. He's always going to. I mean, he's been like that most of his career anyway, but even more so as a 40-year-old man, and just keep chucking that left hand out. You know, the odd right hand. I know it wouldn't have made for as interesting a spectacle. It'd have probably won the fight, you know, quite comfortably. Ultimately, played into Chisora's hands. You know, fought the fight that Chisora wanted. And then there was going to be, in the end, there was only probably going to be one winner in the end.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Absolutely right.
Well, it was close. It was close, actually, but it played into Chisora's hands. That's what I'm trying to say.
Look, I didn't really have it close. I had Chisora winning by 4 rounds. And a few rounds
was it in the end? It was 96-93. Two judges had it, didn't they?
Yeah. I had it 97-93.
Yeah, me too.
On my scorecard.
Yeah.
But a lot of the judges had it 96-93, so they had him winning by 3, obviously. So it's quite close. But I just think, wrong and strategy, all wrong. And I don't know why. Well, I know why Joyce did it, because I just believe in Joyce's head. He thought, I just think that he thought he could knock Chisora out, and that Chisora was going to jack eventually, and that he was going to close him down and keep working. And obviously we both got it wrong. I honestly thought that fair play to Joe Joyce. I honestly thought he was going to be a little bit scared of getting hit and keep it long and win by just using the jab. And he didn't do that. Yeah. He went straight in, trying to close him down, having a fucking tear up, and it backfired. He should have been scared of getting it.
Yeah.
That's dining out on his chin again, thinking, I can just walk through Chisora. He's old or whatever. You end up losing the fight. I just think where next for these two guys now?
Yeah, I mean, the last thing I want to say before we go onto where next for both of them is that I've got to give he just has gone down as a bit of a British legend for me, Chisora. Like his survival instincts, his kind of heart. I mean, he's probably taken years off his life, and God knows what he's done to his brain cells. And I saw a great little video of him backstage with Usyk, and because I don't know if you saw, I think it was in the 10th round. I think, where was it? I had it written down here. Round number 10. Usyk was living every moment. I was transfixed on him, and he was getting right into it. He was really animated. And then he went backstage because I think he's got a lot of time for Chisora. People just seem to love him. And he was like, Derek Chisora. And Chisora was like, Usyk Alexander. And there was just that little kind of exchange. And I think even Usyk, the absolute undisputed legend that is Usyk, absolutely admires the warrior and the spirit of Derek Chisora. And I just find it inspiring. But so I just wanted to kind of chuck that in the end there, like, fair play, Derek. You have got some nuts on you. You got some nuts on you, mate. I tell you, unbelievable.
Derek Chisora, he is just like. That's why this is one more thing I want to say. Like, this is why people are gonna watch Derek Chisora fight again, because he always does this. He always comes to fight. He always, he's always looks like he's fucked from like round 2, like in recent years, and he always manages to fucking like do a full like 10 or 12 rounds. He always manages to find a way. He keeps going to that well. He keeps going to that well. He keeps on fighting. He keeps on swinging. Yeah, he fights in spurts now, but when he does fight, he throws with bad intentions. Everything he has in every punch.
They need to get an energy drink sponsor like Derek Chisora, because I know Fury and that's got. They need to do some sort of energy drink supplements like the Chisora Power, because I don't think I've ever seen a fighter look so languid and heavy-footed after round 1 and still be able to sort of find a way somehow. Whatever supplements he's taking and energy drinks, like I want to know what they are, because I think I want to get on it as well.
It's just like that's why we're always gonna want to watch Chisora fight. But like Joyce, like he's got a good engine, but he's just not exciting. His fights aren't exciting. They look like they're ponderous and boring. So if you're gonna be slow like that. If you're going to be slow like that, like, because when the eye-catching shots, when people look, because that's what we want to see. And Chisora, all he throws is overhand rights, left hooks, right hooks, like that's all he throws, power shots, and he throws a couple jabs to set them up, but that's it. But we're always going to watch Chisora fight as long as he keeps on going. But with Joyce, I can't really see it unless he starts making things a bit more exciting. And I don't think you can. It's not in him. He ain't got that kind of style.
The problem is, because he hasn't, even though he's a powerful fighter, but he's got to throw volume of punches to be effective, Joyce. And I think what was happening was he wasn't able to sustain that, because then Chisora was like you alluded to earlier, was waiting for Joyce to stop throwing those punches, because he was obviously, you need to take a little bit of a break. Then he was just catching those overhand rights, catching him, and it was putting Joyce off his rhythm, and he just wasn't able to, I think, throw the volume, because that's what he needs. A fighter like Joyce, that's what he needs to do. He's not going to catch you with just one big shot from nowhere. I just don't think he's got that sort of.
He hasn't got that power. He's got like clubbing power, but he hasn't got the one shot, because he doesn't load up like that. And I think if he did load up like that, we'd be waiting for the punch next week. Do you know what I mean? Because he's so slow. If he loaded up like that, it's a bit like
an analogy just come to my head. Like, if you're chopping down a tree, you need a sharp axe. But with Joyce, it's like he uses a sledgehammer, and it's like eventually you might take the tree down and it's heavy, but the tree's just absorbing the sledge. Do you know what I mean? It's like he hasn't got that axe. That one.
Yeah, he's got really, Like one good axe, just give it 1 or 2 chops and it's down. And he's got a sledgehammer. You're splintering it,
clubbing
you're
away,
battering it, but it's not snapping yet, and it's not really going to snap.
it's kind of a good way of looking at it, and it's just he just wasn't able to get the job done. And going back, sorry, because we went off on a right tangent, but I wanted to have a little impassioned kind of talk about Chisora. Where for me, this is a bit. I don't know where Joyce goes now. I don't think there is anywhere really for him to go unless he wants to go down to around British level, because I'm not even sure he's, based on that performance, and you can only judge it on on the last fight. I'm not even sure he's at European level. I mean, is he going to go down to have a British dust up with someone maybe? Where does he go, Chris?
I don't know. Maybe he's not going to win a world title now, so maybe try and win the British title outright. Go back down to that level. Fight them boys.
Fight Wardley or Clark, maybe.
Yeah,
Like,
and try and win the British title 3 times and then retire. So he has the belt outright. I don't think he did that last time. I think he won it and then vacated it.
Because before the Zhang fight, this was a mandatory to Usyk, and then the kind of top 10 in the governing bodies. And now within 3 years, and because of those Zhang fights, which he should never have taken.
But he's lost 3 and 4. He's got no choice. Like there's no one wants to see him fight. Number one, so the money's not there. Number two, like he doesn't want to fight anyone too good, or he's going to lose again. He's got to rebuild. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's just like, he's either, if I was him, I'd retire or I'd go down a level and fight a British level. But obviously, it's up to him what he wants to do. As we can see from Chisora, you can't tell someone to retire when you don't know.
Yeah, and I think if Joyce was to rebuild at 39, he's going to be 40, 41. I don't know. It's difficult to see, isn't it? And
sure.
But ultimately, it's easy for us to sit here and say, as kind of fans of boxing, what should and shouldn't do. Ultimately, it's up to him, his family, his team, his promotion team, and good luck to him with whatever he decides to do. And if he can make a bit more money, then go for it. But he's another one like Chisora, where he takes an awful lot of punishment to the head. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to see these two fight anymore. Anyway, just for their own health. But that's just my feelings,
Like, I wouldn't want to see Del. I think Del Boy should retire. But if he doesn't, but he's fighting on the Manchester card soon. He said. So
he wants another
if he fights again, do you know who I'd like to see him fight? But he's on a ban at the moment. Hellenius. Get that rematch against Hellenius that he lost, but everyone thought he won, and it was a really close fight. And Hellenius got the nod. Rematch Hellenius would be a great fight, but Hellenius is on a ban for steroids. He's on a drug ban.
Yeah, I heard about that. What about Dillian White 3? I mean, Dillian White's had a fight. He doesn't look the same fighter. Maybe finish on that, because I think he could win that third fight with White. I really do. Based on that.
But, do you know what would be good for him, actually? Dillian White 3. Yeah, and then obviously Hellenius should be off his ban by then. And then Hellenius to go out, boom, avenge one of his losses. That'd be nice. Avenge 2 of his losses at the end of his career. That would be good.
I think it may, because after last night, I thought the way the crowd were, it just seemed like a really fitting end to leave it there. It felt like a romantic way to do it. But now I'm sat here talking about it, I quite like the idea of a Dillian White 3 to end his career if he wanted to do that, because I don't think Dillian White I think he's a shadow of his former self. And I think Chisora would stand a good chance of avenging those first 2 fights. I really do.
Yeah, for sure. He was winning the last fight, and then he got a point deducted. So he ran in like a maniac with his chin in the air and got knocked out. But he was winning on the cards. Yeah. He was winning on the cards, so he shouldn't have done that. But that's Del Boy for you.
And that was White's money shot, in it. That left hook is White. That was always White's big shot, and he just walked right onto it, didn't he? Bang! Oh, good night.
Great fights. But anyway, we conclude Boxing Bros UK. Like and subscribe. Till next time, guys.
Cheers, Chris. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. All love.